G'day Plantifyers, Jess here. Today I am going to be putting in some bamboo teepees to grow sugar snap and snow peas up. So I thought I would show you how easy it is to put one of these together, because they are amazing for small spaces. Like, you can do this in a pot and it will work. So let's have a look at how to build one of these easy peasy trellises to grow up your sugar snap or snow peas, or even things like cucumbers can be grown on these. First of all, let me start off by showing you some I've already prepared so you have an idea of what they're going to look like. So in this bed I refreshed a few months ago. I think in March I planted all of this. It's now May. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3 of these trellises. This one's got tomatoes growing on it. Not very happy looking tomatoes, sadly, but we'll see how they go. This one you can see has sugar snap peas growing up it, although only that side germinated. I had a different variety here which didn't, so I'm going to replant that, but you can see how they're working up there. And this one has a bunch of cucumbers which are going really nicely, and you can see how it's just growing up the trellis there. I also have the benefit here of having this big arch trellis, which the excess kind of lengths are going to also be able to grow up and over that, and I actually have a few more planted. And the reason I have these here is because I want plenty of cucumbers, because I love me some pickles. So I've got to make sure I have plenty of trellis space to grow the cucumbers over winter, so we have plenty of pickles coming our way. I have another one over here. There's a cat named Alice. Hello Alice, how are you today? Nice to see you sitting on some cabbage. Hopefully it'll survive. So we have this one here, which has got a whole bunch of different snow peas growing up it, you can see. So that's, I think, approximately 2 months worth of growth now, and it is also flowering now. So we should actually start to get some snow peas on this very shortly, which I'm excited about. And just for funsies, I thought I would show you one other way that I'm currently growing these 2 other ways on vertical trellises. So I'll show you one of the ones I have right here in the bamboo house garden. So we've got this trellis here that's literally just an old piece of wire that I've put in a stake and attached it to and kind of jammed it in there. And you can see, come around here, that there's a bunch of sugar snap peas growing up this trellis here. And hopefully in the next month or 2 they'll get pretty high up and start giving us some food. So that's another super easy way to do it. Just a bit of old stuff lying around, old pole lying around. I've just tied this on with twine, as you can see. Ideally you'd probably do that with wire to make it a little bit more secure, but I think this will be fine where it is, because I did wedge it pretty deeply into the end here, so it's got that support there as well. Okay, you are now lying on this needs to, come on. Please get off my seedling. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, I know. Something is exciting down there. I think there's some sort of rodent that might be living in one of these beds, and I think she smells it. You smell something. So you obviously need some bamboo or some sticks, whatever you've got. I just happen to have this bamboo lying around, so that's what we're going to be using. And it's so easy. Just make sure they're all similar heights, okay? And then pick a spot near the top, like probably around about here. And we're just gonna tie 1 string around the top, and that'll make the teepee shape. Now I like to just use jute twine for this because it is biodegradable. So at the end of the season, when the plants are done, I can just pull the whole plant and the twine off and chuck it in the compost. So it's very easy, and you don't end up with like bits of plastic or metal in your compost. You might want to also go up and over a few times. Make it a little bit more secure. Although with bamboo you've got to watch out for these little gnarly bits. Get a bit annoying. Go back that way, over, over. That was really way longer than I needed it to be. So let's tie that off. I don't use any fancy knots, just the good old granny knot. And done. And then it's super easy to spread it out from there and make a teepee shape. So let's put this into the garden bed, shall we? You want to space it out so it's nice and round and so that it holds its shape really well. And then you've got to push it in on each leg and just work your way around, pushing it down until it's wedged nicely in the soil. Okay, give it a shake test. That's pretty secure. And the next step, of course, is to wrap it in twine so that the snow peas, sugar snap peas, cucumbers, whatever it is you're growing, have something to attach to while they're growing up. When you get to the bottom, do a few little half hitch knots to tie it off around the pole, like so, and voila. It's getting to that time of day, the sun is setting. Well, not yet, but it's getting that way, so the shade is intense. But we have our final product here with the twine on it now, so it's ready to plant. Now the nice thing about using bamboo is you see it has these little nodules where the leaves and stems and branches were. Basically you can tie these around and make more secure so the twine doesn't actually fall down. So that's a really nice benefit of using bamboo or anything that has any like of these sort of side notchy bits that you can use to hold up the twine. So that way it'll stay in place really nicely. And you can see I've actually wrapped the twine around the pole in some places as well to help it be a little bit more secure also. And there we have a teepee ready to plant. I'm going to go plant some sugar snap and some snow peas on that trellis. Oh, and another pro tip, don't neglect the space underneath. There's a whole big area in here that you might just kind of ignore because you're going to be planting around the outside. Don't do that. In this space, a really good thing to do is plant greens. What I usually do is I actually scatter a whole bunch of greens like lettuce, mustard greens, rocket, stuff like that. I scatter that in there, and then what happens is you get those coming up while the other ones are still low, so they're getting enough sun, and you get a bonus double crop without wasting space in your garden bed. I'll show you what that looks like over here. So you can see under this one, see all of these mustard greens inside and other plants inside the space, so it's full of edibles. And the same over here. Check it out. Lettuce, 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 all inside there. And of course, because lettuce doesn't need a lot of sun, it gets enough through the gaps even with the other plants growing up. In case you're curious, here's what I'm planting under there. I'm going to put one of these nasturtiums under there, Salmon Baby. It is a dwarf variety. I'm going to chuck some rocket underneath. I'm going to pop some green mustard greens and some red mustard greens. So that's what's going to go underneath the trellis. So as for what I'm putting around the outside to grow up the trellis, we've got sugar snap peas, Cascadia, and we've got some snow peas, Oregon sugar pod, and they are what I'm going to be growing on the trellis. So have you used this method in your garden, or are you inspired to use it in your garden now? Let me know in the comments below how this works for you. It's so easy. All you need are some sticks and some jute twine. That is it, and you can grow awesome climbing plants in a very small space.